Liam Neeson is the man many people picture as Oskar Schindler's conscience, the relentless father from Taken, and the calm, steady Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn. A voice that feels carved out of rock, eyes that carry whole oceans of feeling. And yet the story behind those roles is not just triumph. It's loss, endurance, and the ongoing work of finding peace. He is 72 now. The spotlight still finds him, but more softly than before. And the question that lingers is simple. Has he made peace with the shadows, or do they still move behind those steady eyes? Liam Neeson was born on June 7, 1952 in Ballymena, Northern Ireland, into a Roman Catholic family in a largely Protestant town. The Neesons were working class, decent, and careful with money. Home was 3 rooms, 6 people, floors that groaned, wallpaper that frayed, and winters that slipped under the door without asking. His father, Barney Neeson, looked after a school building. His mother, Kitty, cooked for other families and came home with hands reddened by hot water, hoping the leftovers might stretch to feed her own. Liam, the only boy, shared the house with Elizabeth, Bernadette, and Rosaline. He was quiet. He watched. He learned early how to keep his thoughts close. Out of love and worry, his father signed 9-year-old Liam up for the parish boxing club. The gym smelled of sweat and sawdust. The ropes told stories of bruises and forgiveness. He didn't box to show off. He boxed to belong. By 14, he had 3 straight youth titles and a face no one could read. Then came a single clean hit. His head snapped back. The world went silent. "My brain just went," he would say much later. It was very, very scary. He quit that night. No scene, no speech. Just a private vow to take care of the damage no one could see. The rain on the roof became a kind of teacher. Poverty, too. Both taught him patience that would serve him all his life. In the early 1970s, he left home with a small case and a large promise: make something out of next to nothing. Belfast was cold and iron-colored. He drove lorries, lifted crates, shoveled gravel. He enrolled at St. Mary's College to become a teacher. But the bills didn't let him finish. Some weeks he counted coins for bread. Some weeks he skipped it. Everything shifted in 1976 when a broom put him on a stage. Hired to sweep the floor at the Lyric Players Theatre in Belfast, he landed 2 lines within weeks. It wasn't glamour. It was survival. But on those boards, something vital clicked. He felt heard. He moved to Dublin, then London, drafty flats, long walks to save bus fare, and tiny roles performed with total seriousness. The first films came slowly. Excalibur, 1981. The Mission, The Bounty, Lamb, Suspect. The Dead Pool. The Pay handled rent or food, rarely both. Casting directors called him too intense, too Irish, too much sadness in the eyes. He saved the rejection letters like mile markers. Sometimes the only thing that kept me going was knowing I had nothing to go back to. A piece of wisdom arrived from Robert De Niro. Stillness can be louder than rage. Neeson made it a creed. Restraint would be his power. In 1993, Steven Spielberg saw what others missed: warmth, moral weight, and a grief light in the eyes that fit Schindler's List. The shoot lasted 110 hard days. After the liquidation sequence, Neeson sat alone in a dark hotel room, chain-smoking in silence. "It took months to feel like myself again." The film won 7 Oscars. Fame followed, but fame, he learned, doesn't fix anything. "Fame doesn't heal you," he said. "It just makes your silence louder." He kept working. Michael Collins, Les Miserables, Gangs of New York, some critical peaks, some commercial dips. Success rents a room, he liked to say. It doesn't buy the house. The mid-2000s tested him. Kinsey, 2004, drew praise but not crowds. Projects like Breakfast on Pluto and 5 Minutes of Heaven mattered to him but strained the budget. Between 2004 and 2008, he quietly put nearly $2 million of his own money into independent films. He believed in the stories even when the market didn't. At 56, a small Paris actioner changed everything. Taken was expected to come and go. Instead, it tapped something deeper, less vengeance than sorrow, and earned $223 million worldwide. Overnight, he became the face of a new kind of action hero, older, bruised, believable. The work got faster and harder, taken 2 non-stop, run all night, 16-hour days, wet streets, hard falls. "I'm not 25 anymore," he would say with a half-smile. But he showed up at dawn. Work to him was oxygen. On Excalibur in 1981, he met Helen Mirren, 36 to his 29, polished where he was raw, fearless where he was shy. They lived together for 4 years. She helped him move through rooms like he belonged there. When it ended, there was kindness instead of drama, and a lesson that stuck. In 1988, a small film, Satisfaction, brought him to Julia Roberts. 20 to his 36, it was light, real, and brief. Her star rose, Mystic Pizza, Steel Magnolias, then The Whisper of Pretty Woman, and life split them apart. Years later, she called him the kindest man. He kept that line like a keepsake, and then came the love that built a home. Broadway, 1993, Anna Christie. He was 41. Natasha Richardson, 30, theater royalty, stood across from him with the poise of someone who knows applause is fragile. They fell in love between lines, married in 1994 in Millbrook, New York, and welcomed Michael in 1995, then Daniel a year later. They liked crooked birthday cakes and country walks more than premieres. He put up a backyard swing that never hung straight, and the boys thought it made them fly. "She was my compass," he said. My home, March 2009, a beginner's ski lesson near Montreal. A simple fall, a shrug. Later, a headache that wouldn't leave. He was 56, filming in Toronto when the call came. In the hospital hallway, a doctor took him aside, brain dead. In the room, Natasha looked as if she were sleeping. He took her hand and whispered, "Sweetie, you're not coming back from this." They had promised each other what to do if one of them couldn't return. He kept the promise. Her organs saved 3 lives. "She's keeping 3 people alive," he said quietly. She would have wanted that. He has said that part of him died that day, too. He moved because stillness hurt. Taken, The A-Team, Unknown, The Gray, thrillers on the surface, grief underneath. "I needed the gray to channel my grief," he admitted. On screen, he fought wolves in the snow. Off-screen, he fought the cold that had settled inside him. He tried gently, with British publicist Freya St. Johnston. After 2 years, they let each other go. "I needed to focus on my boys," he said. The tabloids floated names, Brooke Shields, Pamela Anderson, and he dismissed them with a polite smile. In 2024, asked whether he could love again, he answered, "No." Not bitter, just honest. Some hearts don't reopen. Mikhail struggled for a while, then did something beautiful. He took his mother's last name and became Mikhail Richardson. "He did the right thing," Liam said. "A lovely homage." Daniel stayed steady and close. Between the 3 of them, there is a shared quiet and a shared understanding. Every February, he brings flowers, brushes snow from Natasha's name, and talks softly as if she were just in the next room. Some loves don't fade. They change form. In 2000, a motorcycle, a deer, and a terrible stillness. He hit the ground hard. Doctors later told him his pelvis was shattered in multiple places. He lived bolts, plates, and careful steps. Recovery came in inches, bed to chair, chair to door. Nights sang with a dull, relentless pain. Sleep visited in short shifts and left again. Then the action years demanded more. "You can't cheat gravity," he likes to say. "You only meet it halfway." His knees complained. His back muttered. After 60, the cramps arrived, sharp, sudden bolts in the night. Lactic acid. Too much strain, too much caffeine, too little rest. He quit coffee. The pain softened, but never quite moved out. After 2009, whiskey became a mute button. 1 bottle at 6, another near midnight, until the mirror offered him a truth he couldn't ignore. He stopped. "It wasn't helping," he said. "And my boys needed to see how to stand. There's metal in him now and a practiced economy in his movements. Ask about it, and he shrugs with a small smile. Part of the deal, isn't it?" Today, at 73, he splits time between New York and the countryside place he shared with Natasha. Trees, sky, honest quiet. Over the years, he has bought and sold carefully. an Upper West Side apartment bought for under $4 million and later sold for over $10 million. The Millbrook farmhouse where silence feels like company rather than absence. His net worth is estimated between $120 and $145 million, the result of 100-plus films, theater, voice work, and steady choices. He lives well, not loudly. For him, luxury is choosing simplicity. He gives quietly UNICEF, Amnesty International, Make Poverty History, and projects helping refugees and children. He lends his voice where it matters and keeps his ego out of the way. Mickey Owl, fashion film, and Daniel, business design, anchor him. He listens more than he lectures. My greatest achievement is the men my sons are becoming, he said more than once. Lately, people have noticed a warm, easy rapport with Pamela Anderson, his co-star in the Naked Gun revival. Neither has labeled it. It doesn't need a label. Whether friendship or something gentler, it suggests the possibility that light can return, even softly. Each winter, he visits Natasha and brushes snow from stone. Each morning, he stretches, feels the ache, and thanks the body that still carries him. Wealth, fame, legacy, these are details. What lasts is humility, the work, and the way he has turned pain into purpose. Liam Neeson isn't a myth. He is a man who has known glory and loss, injury and recovery, love and the long after. Strength, he reminds us, isn't how loud you roar. It's how quietly you endure.